How we doing, everyone? I'm going to share this Instagram post my girl sent to me, and I found it kind of humorous, and I thought my brother might have some funny takes
What
on
I
these
do?
responses. The post starts is, I want to know the most insane thing your ex did. I don't want to hear he cheated on me. I want things only a psychopath would do. Okay.
Ooh.
And not all of these are funny. Some of them are jaw droppers and stuff, but I found it to be humorous. So I'm going to read the first one. He would fake sleepwalk to hit me at night and use that as an excuse. That's so funny. Does she have fake sleeps? Just pop, 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 pop. Just give her the mitts, bro. Give her
Remember
the
that
mitts.
elbow?
I mean, I don't condone domestic violence and
No.
stuff, but I'm like,
That story's so
dude.
fucked. Like,
I'm
one,
like,
why does a boy want to hit? What did you do to deserve to get hit? I'm
yeah,
not
right.
saying that you should have done anything you did deserves to. You should deserve to be hit.
I'm
But
not saying anyone deserved to get hit, but ladies, if you're in an abusive relationship,
yeah.
just dip. I mean,
Well,
dip.
from the story, automatically, I'm like, well, how many times has this happened? And why haven't
And
you Exodus the first time it happened?
yeah,
Or punch
and
a boy in the
bros out there,
face?
tell all the bros, do better. Do better.
Yeah, there ain't no reason you should put hands on a
Do
female.
so much better than that. It doesn't need to be like that. He's fake sleepwalking to hit me at night and use that. And I was sleepwalking. I didn't mean to.
Are they haymakers?
Okay.
You just like rolling over smacking her? Like,
the next one is, he bought my engagement ring with my own credit card. Bro, homies, get a job, bro.
you shouldn't
Get
be
a
getting
job,
married
dude.
if you got to use her money to buy, her ring. Now, I would like to know, is she rich? Is she supporting everything? Has she hinted about getting married? Is she, I mean, there's so many questions I have that could lead up to that. Is she just busting this guy out like, oh, he bought my ring, he's broke? Did she say yes?
It's
Yeah,
just your ex, so I
that
assume they
sucks.
broke up.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
like,
Ex, then yeah,
if
they
you,
broke up.
yeah, they broke up. If you're using your girl's credit card to buy her an engagement ring, you better get used to sitting in the corner of the booth at the restaurant and while she pays.
Yeah. Yeah.
You better get
You're
used to
handing your
going
man the
warming up the
cash
car
under the
while she
table to pay
ties
for the meal.
everything up at the restaurant or the business, or you better go look outside that shop window as she pays for your clothes or buys you that new PS5, brother. Like,
That reminds me of 50 Cent saying that Diddy said, I'm going to take you shopping. And 50's like, no, you ain't taking me shopping.
No. Nah. Take me.
Take myself shopping.
That's so bad. But I'm like, how you gonna buy a girl's engagement ring on her own credit card? Like, she ain't gonna see that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a little
I would like
rough.
to know how much that bad boy costed though, because that
She
would be
maxes
quite
out her
hilarious.
card. She's like, oh, I've always
Oh
wanted
my
one of
God.
these.
Well, I mean, there is still some girls out there that think it should be like, what, 3 months salary? That's how much the engagement ring costs. I'm like, 3 months salary?
Yeah, but see, I got a lot of friends and stuff now. I mean, you got people who are smart about it and people who aren't. There's a lot of people now that I know that are just like, I don't want to spend all this money on a big old wedding. The way housing market is and stuff, we're trying to buy a house. We're trying to,
Facts.
Kylie, when she just got married, she was just like, I ain't trying to have a big old wedding. We're trying to have a house and kids and continue on with our life. And we ain't trying to go 50 grand and do a wedding to,
Nah, no.
So,
I mean, especially with the cost of everything these days and just
yeah.
inflation on stuff, man. I would, if I was to get married again, that would be a direction I would not like take off the table, because I mean, you can spend upwards $50,000-$60,000 on a wedding, but that's also a
Well,
down on a nice house. Like,
so me and
we're
Sheldon are
here, we
married
got some.
26 years.
Yeah,
This will be 26 years. We're on our 27th year now. When we got married, it was just me, her, and you as our witness in the courthouse, and we didn't tell nobody.
I remember that.
And I had the ring I gave her was like this tiny little flowery thing with a diamond that was maybe a couple $100 at the time. I mean, I just got in the army. I was a private in the army. I didn't have the money to do, neither me or her or us are from money. So when 20 years was coming up for our anniversary, I was like, hey, do you want to do a big old wedding? Do you want that experience? Do you want to put on the dress and walk down the aisle and do all this. And she was like, no, I'd rather go on vacation and sip Mai Tais on the beach. I ain't trying to spend
Mm.
all this money for all these other people to come and have this, and
And
that's
I'm
what it's
not
about. You really got to talk to your significant other. And if she does
yeah.
want that, then you got to give it to her. She might have been dreaming about it since she was a little kid, just like you might have been dreaming about having a Busa or a Ferrari or whatever expense you
Yeah.
might want that's
And
exuberant.
I'm no in no way, shape, or form knocking tradition either. I
Yeah,
think if
yeah.
you can afford to have an amazing wedding and have those memories and those photos and stuff like that, definitely do it. But if you're balling on a budget and you're really factoring in the things that matter, I would put a house before a wedding
Oh,
any day of
yeah,
the
yeah,
week.
yeah,
Because maybe you get a house with a freaking beautiful backyard and you can have a more intimate wedding in that backyard potentially,
yeah. Like I said,
and
it all
stuff like
depends
that.
on the family and what the parents want to. I mean, all that comes into play. Every situation is going to be different. What's the next one say?
Yeah. So this one right here, I'm like, this is just a head shaker, bro. Like, how could anyone say this in general without realizing that? So this lady says, my ex told me he only wants sons because he wouldn't trust himself around daughters. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I get the
Wh-
implication of what that might be, but I'm like,
I wouldn't
bro,
trust my son. Wait, 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 wait. I
I
wouldn't
only want
trust myself
sons.
around daughters, as in the sense like he'd beat up their boyfriends, as in the sense that
I don't know. The context can be
like is he
inferred,
Chester
but
the molester? What is he? I mean, like,
that's what I take from it. I'm pedo all day, pedo,
yeah, like
and
homie,
I'm
you
like,
need to. That girl needs to exit stage right and boot old
yeah,
homie right.
obviously it's an ex. It's the craziest things your ex ever said. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's
I
who
mean,
would say that? Some basement dweller. You know what I mean?
some
Like
basement
get
dweller.
off of
Like
World of
I
Warcraft,
wanna,
homie, and your
my
little otaku
my
ass.
God,
And
bro, turn off the furry porn.
yeah, dude,
Turn off the furry porn
that
and touch some grass, bro, and get back to
get outside,
reality
get some
because
sunlight. Well, good for her
that's
for
next level.
breaking up with that
That
homie, because
Yeah, that's fucking
that's
wild.
unreal.
Wild. As I said, not
That's
all of these are
unreal.
funny. I'm just like, that is pure psychotic right there.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, like, if I heard a dude say that shit, I'd be like, okay,
oh, dude, and as a
you're
man
not
that has a
anywhere around
daughter,
my
my little
orbit.
princess. Oh,
Yeah, right.
if anything ever happened to Hayden, God forbid, I don't let her get in those kind of situations. I'm on top of that
Mm-mm.
shit, 100%.
Bro, if
Anything
I
like
had
you'd be like,
kids,
I'm bailing my brother out. Heather, I gotta go. Alex is in jail.
well, if
I
I
will
had
end
kids,
his bloodline.
I wouldn't let anyone touch my children. I'd be like, I have a
No,
no touch policy
yeah,
kind of
there's
thing. Like,
no.
no,
I,
I don't
what's
trust people,
what I
especially after mom being a CPS worker
Oh,
all our
dude, all
life.
those stories.
You know,
So I have a good job here, you know what I mean? And Hayden has lots of friends, and she wants to go stay the night at their house, or they want to come stay the night here. She knows, like, if I don't know their parents and have known their parents for a while, and
yeah.
it's even then, I don't know. I ask her who's going to be at the house, if the girl has like older brothers, or if I check all the boxes, homie. I ain't
Hell
that
yeah.
dad that's like,
I,
oh, you go
I
over
don't.
there and stay, because we've heard too many stories of, oh, touched me, or oh, this guy, or oh,
I'd be
this.
taking a flight out immediately, bro. On site. Like I wouldn't. I wouldn't even see
Dude,
your house till about 24 hours
dude,
after I got there,
it
bro.
so,
It would be.
but on the other hand, there's parents that have dropped their kids off here that I have not met. And I make sure, because I work shift work, that I'm working night shift, because I tell my wife, I was like, I don't want to be even close to that. That's crazy. Like, I don't know these
Yeah.
people. I understand Hayden wants to have a friend over, and we got a nice house, and she could, that she's on the basketball team and knows these kids, and we live in a
Yeah.
small community. So but there's stories, man. Don't put yourself in those situations. Don't. I don't mean put
The
yourself in a
reality of the
situation of
world
like you think
is
you're going to do
sketchy
something.
as
Don't put yourself in a
hell.
situation where somebody else can try to take everything from you. Because even if nothing
Yeah.
happened, that story still could be put out there. There's people
As
that are
I've
in
said
need of
before,
money.
and I will say
Yep.
again, bro, I do not relinquish the responsibility of my own safety to anyone, bro. It is
Or the safety
I
of my
don't
family.
or the safety of my
Yeah.
family, like that's that real talk,
And I,
dude. Like
I tell I
you
tell
have to always have a
the
head
other
on a
dads,
swivel.
like when their daughters are with us or they're going somewhere with us, I'm like, look, homie, your daughter's with me. She's with me. I treat her like my own. Nothing will happen to your little girl. They're gonna have to
Yeah,
move
facts.
me. They're gonna have to move everything that is me to get to your little girl. I will protect her like nobody's business. Like,
Oh, for
so
sure, for sure.
it's I don't know, man. That's crazy that some guy would say that, dude. That's
It's wild that somebody
yeah,
would say that.
yeah.
Dude,
I couldn't imagine that girl's face. Like,
dudes, do better.
yeah,
Do better. Like, come on, we're trying to be better, do better.
yeah. Don't
You
be
guys,
Jared from
good Lord.
Subway. Don't be Jared from Subway.
All right. This next one says, on the day my dad passed, I noticed my ex was crying more than me and my family. Long story short, found out he was cheating on me with my dad and my uncle. bro, bro, I can't, bro. Like,
So
I
gross.
can't.
So gross. Now listen, I'm not
You know
saying
what it
gross
reminds me
because this guy was a homosexual. I'm saying gross because that was your girl's dad and the uncle, and that girl had to find out that her dad and uncle were doing that, and with
Talk
her
about legacy,
boyfriend.
like just
Dude, yeah, down.
Is the uncle still alive? Is the uncle dealing with the
Her
repercussions
boyfriend
of
was
that?
just
How
going
that,
skiing on both sides. Like,
dude? That's
were they playing Chinese
well,
finger cuffs? Eiffel Tower? Like, what? What were they doing,
initially. I
homie?
thought of that.
No,
That's
that's
so
so
horrible.
bad. That's
Initially, I
so
thought of
bad.
that meme that I've seen online where they're like, "Oh, I want to hire a gay dude at to go to my buddy's funeral when he dies and to cry really loud." Stuff.
Throw himself on the coffin. Oh my goodness.
just everybody's just like, what the
Who is this?
just imagine, bro. Just imagine.
No, I don't want to imagine. That's horrible. Oh my gosh.
If you die, I'm gonna hire a gay dude to come cry at your funeral, bro. The people are just gonna be wondering. No answers. 100% speculation.
Just full flamed out too. Just
dude, like just sobbing over your loss, the loss of you.
He's like playing a Boys to Men on a boombox or something. You're just like,
bro, that'd be that's so fucked, bro. That whole situation is god off. I feel bad for that
kudos to
lady
your girl
because
for sending you some good
I
ones.
wonder how long she was with that dude and like to find something out like that.
Well, not just that, dude. I mean, just finding out about her dad. I mean, that probably hurt
and her
worse.
uncle.
Well,
and her uncle.
I would say dad would probably be the biggest hurt. Then the uncle would be the next hurt. Then they probably had, I don't know how, I can't comment because I don't know, but they probably had shit family dynamic if that happened anyway. And is the uncle still alive? So in this scenario,
I was like, is the uncle still around?
Unc had to deal with all the repercussions of everything. Dear and God. He just lost his brother. Like,
that's so fucked, bro. That's so fucked. Okay. This is the last one.
I get it. I get out.
I found this one kind of funny because it's like, you know, that's my ex, the guy you're dating. Brad seems like such a nice guy.
Brad.
He arranged a surprise exorcism for me at his church. Like, bro. Like imagine walking in and like you have some demons and you know, speaking in Latin, hand on the forehead, just be like,
and she does
how
not
did I
know
get
what's
into this
going
position?
On. Dude, that's horrible.
And, you know,
that's horrible.
And
I'd turn around and walk out. Why didn't you turn around and just walk out? I wish you would have said like.
Well, it doesn't say that she did or didn't. It just says he arranged it for her at his church. I'm very aware that this is just like for females, their comments, and there's probably equally horrible ones for dudes, and I'll try to find a dude one too.
God, yeah.
But this, I was just laughing at some of these and some other ones. Obviously, I was like, just throw the day away, man. Like, just
start over
that whole relationship from your mind.
Yeah.
Start over, man. So
change your number.
Dudes, do better. Do better, dudes. Like,
yeah. Change your social media. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Get out. Get out. And just like, I can't.
Just be grateful at the end of the day that it's over, and hopefully it was quickly. You didn't have years into it. But that dad, right. I can't stop thinking about that dad one. That's so horrible.
That's so fun. I would just love to be like a second cousin in that whole scenario and situation. Just be over here, just eat my popcorn, like
waiting to see
this
what
whole
unfolds.
Thing is fucking messy. It's just it'd be so great. I just want to give a shout out to my lady for shooting me that post from Instagram.
Yeah,
you're awesome. I appreciate you. That was great.
All right, let me read this. Am I the asshole real quick or just real fast? It's kind of a longer read, but I want to see what you would do in this scenario because I'm pretty sure I know what you do, and I'm pretty sure you know what I would do. All right,
Okay.
so I'm a 30-year-old dude, and my fiance is 29, and I bought a small house last year. We're not rich. It's just a basic place with a tiny yard, but it felt like we finally got our footing. My mom, 56, recently finalized her divorce from my stepdad. It was ugly, lots of crying, phone calls, I gave him my best years. I tried to be supportive without getting pulled into the middle because she has a history of turning everything into a crisis, into a permanent situation. She's very religious, very family is everything kind of thing, and also very good at making her wants sound like moral obligations. Last week, she called me and said she couldn't afford her apartment anymore because the rent went up and she needs to regroup. Then she hit me with the line I knew was coming. I'll just stay with you two for a bit until I'm stable, she said. It was like she already had decided this for me. I asked, what does a bit mean? She said, oh, don't be dramatic, just a few months. I asked where'd she sleep? She said the guest room, and then I started talking about what furniture she would bring, like she was planning a move in a day. I told her we can help her look for a smaller place or a roommate situation with a friend from her church. She got quiet and sad. I'm your mother. I shouldn't have to beg. Here's the context that makes me feel both guilty and also 100% sure. When I was 22, I let her stay with me after she had a fight with her boyfriend. It was supposed to be for 2 weeks. It became 4 months. She criticized my cooking, my cleaning, my friends, and she kept leaving little devotional books on my desk, like passive-aggressive landmines. She also had this habit of just asking questions that were really accusations. Why does your girlfriend dress like that? Do you think you'll ever be a real man if you let a woman run your home? When I finally told her she had to go, she cried and told the whole family I kicked her out. My aunt didn't talk to me for a year. So yeah, I'm not doing that again, especially not now that I'm building a life with someone I actually want peace with. My fiance is kind, but she's a fixer. When my mom called her directly after I said no, my fiance listened and then told me, maybe we can do a strict timeline. It's your mom. I said no because timelines don't work with my mother. She treats them like suggestions, and then you're the villain when you enforce them. My mom then started texting me Bible verses about honoring your parents. One message literally said, a good son would not let his mother struggle. That one made me see red. I replied that I'm not abandoning her. I'm saying she can't live with us, and I'll help her in other ways. She responded, so your wife comes first now? I said, yes, because that's the point of getting married. She told me I'm choosing a woman over my family and that she prayed I would never turn out like this. Now my fiance feels caught in the middle and she's worried I'm being too harsh because my mom is going through it. I feel like I'm being forced to choose between my future marriage and a person who will happily swallow my whole life if I let her. Am I the asshole for holding this boundary, even if it makes my mom's situation harder in short term? That's the end.
I'm going to start this off
Would you let mom
by
come live
saying
with you?
100% not. I love you, mother. I love you, but no, like
Mm.
not. Well, there is a saying, and I don't think it's quite like this for maybe this gentleman, but they said, don't let the family that hurt you hurt the family you're trying to build.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
got you.
and that rings true to me. Like, we all have issues and problems, but if you're so outlandish to a degree that it creates a constant tension, then you can't have that in your life. You can't have that person. It's like, listen, it's not, oh, I have to sacrifice where you give up nothing, especially in that scenario. But I know you've joked about mom coming and living with me. I'm like,
Hey,
I live in an apartment, bro. Like she can get her own
I'm
apartment.
not gonna get into it
Eh,
on here, but you know my struggle. You know my
Yeah, I know
story.
your struggle.
There's no
Yeah, I
doing.
mean,
There's no
but
do.
no,
No matter what I do, there's no doing right. No matter.
hey, I know,
I let dad come live
I
with
know you
me.
let,
I've
yeah, you let
mom
dad
lived
come
with me
live
for
with
months when
you.
she moved here to Kentucky. Like
Yeah, mom lived with you, and I applaud you for that, bro. I applaud you for such great strength, brother. I applaud you for such great strength,
I have
and
done everything under the sun
but
to please
that's
everybody
also
that I
why I
possibly
live.
could.
That's
It
also
just
why I live on the West Coast, while you live on the East Coast, bro.
yeah. So I'm here for work and a better life for my kids. But other than that,
mm,
like,
mm,
don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted.
mm.
I miss SAC. I miss California. I love Cali. All the car racing and motorcycles and base competitions and all the other stuff. I miss all that. All my friends. But I just the schooling and the job that I was very lucky and blessed to have. So that's why I'm here. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like divorce is one thing. I think this just in this scenario, maybe if she didn't burn her bridges with him before, he would have been more attent to the situation to let her stay again. That's why people, you gotta understand, yeah, family comes first. I get that, but he is starting a new family. And he said, I'm willing to help you. And they don't have much money. So it doesn't sound like he can just go rent his mom a place or do something. But you're talking about, even though it's his mom, she's an adult. She should have had money for
Yeah,
a rainy day. She should have had stuff put away. If she's 56, why doesn't she have retirement? Why doesn't she have?
dude,
People get
I'm
themselves
not an
into
incredibly
situations where they can't get out of and don't think of repercussions that can come from it. Me and you've seen friends like that. Oh, tax returns came
oh
in.
yeah,
I'm going on vacation. I'm like, homie, you're driving a busted ass Honda that could use some fixing. But you think they put that money into their car? No, they partying. They getting new clothes. We get new this. We get new that. You know my situation. So it don't. Me and you
yeah.
basically come from nothing, and we've
We,
built ourselves
self
up to have something.
accountability accountability is massive in that, and ownership of responsibility for yourself is massive too. If my girl and I were to break up today and I had to leave my apartment, I'd have a new apartment by tomorrow.
Oh, things are
You
covered.
know,
All the
like,
boxes would be checked.
things are covered, like
Same with me. You know what I
contingencies
mean?
are in
Yeah.
place, and to expect somebody to put themselves out to such a degree just because they're family, it's like, say, the blood's thicker than water. The bonds of blood are thicker than the waters of birth. Just because we're family doesn't necessarily mean you get a free pass on everything and you're entitled
Just
to
to
everything and I have to
crap all over
sacrifice
me.
everything.
Yeah, it's
We are grown people, and you and I know very well what it is like to be neglected by family
oh
and
gosh.
the things along those lines and stuff, and having to face life alone head on
It's funny,
and
like
not have safety nets.
people now
And
too, they'll look at me and be like, "Oh, he must come from money, or he must." I don't even get into it.
we
There's
just
I
stay
don't even
grinding. That's it. We
I
stay
don't even
grinding.
debate it. I don't even debate it. I don't.
Ma-
I'm just like,
People
yeah,
need to
okay.
get rid of the victim mentality too. Like yeah, you might be a victim, but nobody's trying to hurt you. You
Listen,
could be
in
the victim of your own
1998,
neglect or
when I came back
circumstance.
to this country
And
from Venezuela, I was making 325 at KB Toys an hour. I went into the army. I was
yeah, I
driving for
remember you
Coca-Cola.
stealing all my clothes too.
I didn't have clothes. I have nothing.
I know you
I
didn't.
didn't have
I was like, I
shoes.
swear I had that.
What, I weigh
I was like,
174 pounds when I came back?
I was like, this motherfucker out here wearing my shorts, my shirt, and my shoes. but it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Like I wouldn't give you the shirt
It's
off my
just
back.
I never said you wouldn't,
Yeah.
bro. I never
I know.
said you wouldn't.
I know.
I never,
It's just
but we were
situational.
young. We
Yeah.
were kids at that time. You were just
Hey,
barely 18, and I was
listen,
16.
the
You know,
responsibilities at that time, like, it wasn't like, man, we didn't even have to eat. The stories that our mom tells sometimes and the way she remembers things are very jaded, very misconstrued of how the situation really was. Not that we need to get into this online and in front of all the people, but
love you, mom.
yeah, she did good for what she had. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
people don't expect family to jump through hoops to make your life better when you act a certain way. And if, like I said, man, some people's families are different. You know, I see kids out there on the internet buying their parents' cars or getting accepted to college, and their parents are loving, and their
yeah,
parents
that's
raised them
just the
right. And
difference.
yeah, dude, you can't. Some parents aren't.
Not everyone's life is like that, man. And
It ain't a Hallmark
you
video,
know,
you know. It ain't a Lifetime channel. Some people's lives are very, very hard.
and people don't hear it enough. You are completely justified in not sacrificing your life for whatever
Oh
reason.
yeah, yeah,
You are completely justified in not sacrificing your life, because we all know at the end of the day, when you lay your head down to fall asleep, your thoughts are your own, and you deal with those emotions and things like that with yourself, and you have to keep pushing forward. So you are not in the wrong to put yourself first, because it's just, you have to in life. You have to put yourself first. Otherwise, you're just going to be giving every bit of yourself, and that people can't sustain that. You can't
yeah,
sustain
yeah.
that.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks for tuning in again. We appreciate it. I'll catch us on the next one.